Hi, good morning, everyone. I hope you have a great morning today. Sorry for some technical error that just now happened. Supposed to be playing a video with audio. No worries. Let's start because we have reached 10 o'clock. Thanks for joining this session, a virtual session that brought to you by Microsoft, Novantic, and Net1 Asia. Let's get your business AI ready with Microsoft 365. So before we begin, I just want to run through a very few housekeeping notes. You are encouraged to join in on the listen mode only during the presentation. However, after each of the topics, you can actually unmute yourself to raise your question as we are trying to promote a very interactive session that we have together with the audience today. Question can be raised after each of the presentation, or you can actually wait until the allocated Q&A session and tell us how we did in the feedback form. We will be providing you through at the end of the session. And kindly note that this session will be recorded in order to offer to you as well as the attendees that couldn't attend today but have registered after the session. So very high level of agenda where you have me that is talking about Novantic and having a welcome remarks to welcome every one of you. Then we'll move on to the topic of the day for explaining do more with the Microsoft 365 and how to get your business AI ready by our Miss Ione, our Microsoft Modern Work Specialist of Novantic. And before we end, we will go to the Q&A session as promised. So let's move on to the first topics about Novantic. And most of you might know, and some of you might not really know well about Novantic. So basically, we are a global organization that promotes and drive digital transformation in a high growth emerging market. So you may see some of the or most of our offices are in the emerging countries. So we actually leverage on the global expertise to deliver a local outcomes to all our customers. Well, we are in over 60 countries and our HQ based in London. Internationally, we have over 6,000 over employees. So as well as we cover not just on Microsoft, but other vendors that is over hundreds that including like AWS, Google Cloud, Adobe, where we provide integrated solutions to our over 80,000 of customers throughout the years we have established. We have about 30 over years of experience establishment. So we cover on digitization, software, AI, machine learning, cloud, security, and as a service and etc. as mentioned here. So who are we as part of Microsoft partners? We actually, as mentioned, we have over almost 30 years of experience, and we are Azure Expert MSP. We attain 15 advanced specialization throughout 3 main pillars of Microsoft, as we may see as listed here. And Malaysia-wise, recently we received an award of Microsoft Modern Work of the Year, Partner of the Year, as well as Country Partner of the Year in the past years as well. Yeah. So this week, basically, we celebrated a year of Novantic. Why I say so? Novantic is a new brand to us, as previously we known as Softline. As most of you will know, is aware who is Softline is. We were Softline, actually, Softline Group. It's just that a year ago we have rebranded to Novantic. So yes, the award that I mentioned last month, we were awarded by Microsoft as the Microsoft Modern Work Partner of the Year of 2023. So I want to further elaborate that how Net1 Asia's and Novantic form a strategic partnership. So basically, we want to offer our customers a comprehensive solution in a digital transformation and ICT strategy as well as cybersecurity. So as I mentioned, Novantic is the leading global providers in across varieties of services and offerings, while Net1 Asia specializes in innovative information platform solutions, leveraging their seasoned insight and proven expertise to address core issues from the customer's perspective. So they are present in not just in Malaysia, but Singapore and Indonesia as well. So thanks to Net1 Asia team as we collaborate our business across industry to promote digital transformation. So if you would like to find out more about us and how we can assist you in your digital transformation journey, connect with us after this event. Without further ado, let me invite our Miss Ayuni Said, our Microsoft Modern Workplace Specialist, to speak about today's agenda. Over to you, Ayuni.
All right. So hi everyone. Good morning. Can I take over the screen?
Sure.
All right. Thank you so much, Rachel, for the introduction. So let me get started straight away. Okay. So yeah, so this is very high level agenda for my slides actually. So because Rachel already introduced all the high level agenda for all of the event, right? For today. So basically on this, right? So do more with Microsoft 365 introductions, right? So I will explain more about the Zero Trust Foundation, streamline endpoint management, productivity and collaboration, and how to elaborate productivity with Microsoft 365 Copilot. So I believe that Microsoft 365 Copilot that have been we have already heard everywhere about Copilot. So let's see how is it for today. Right. But before I go straight away to the topics, right? So let's have the fundamental of how AI powered tools represent the enormous of opportunities, right? So right now, the sensitivity of work and always on communications that our outpacing our ability to keep up with everything. So we can say that 64% of people have struggled with finding the time and energy to get their work done actually. So we know that with AI, we can have at 3 times amount by which time spent in Microsoft Teams meeting and call since we increased per week since February 2020 during pandemics as well, right? So with this, right, AI is poised to create a whole new way of working. So for many of the platform shifts to AI is already underway, right? So all of these, we can see that 70% of chat people who would like to delegate as much as possible to AI to lessen their workloads. So it's from now on, AI maybe take over some of the your workloads, right? So we can have leveraging more, okay, to utilize everything that we have. All right. So let me play this video how Microsoft 365 Copilot is integrated into all the applications that you already use every day, freeing you to focus on most important work, right? All right. So in here, right, we can know that Copilot combines the power of language module, LLM, right? So in the data Microsoft Ground for your calendars, emails, chats, documents, meetings, and more actually. So throughout the Microsoft 365 applications, that turns your words into the most powerful productivity tools on the planet actually. So during these co-pilots, right? So it does so within our existing commitments, right, to the data security and privacy in enterprise. That's why when we're talking about the AI ready, so you need to make sure that all the data security and privacy have been secured. Okay, so if you can see, right, so from this Copilot can search anything during the environment. Okay, so go next. All right, so right now, how you can do to ensure that you are ready to join the era of AI, right? So how we can have by pivoting to a product proactive AI strategies by access devices and data. So I will explain you on this point. Okay, 4 points. That do you have a comprehensive zero trust security? Um, are your endpoints and application easily to manage, or is your data unified and readily accessible? So from this, right, how you can have your own AI integrations during your environment, right? So let's take a look at the visions where we can help you to have your AI ready. All right. So today, the best way to get ready for Copilot to get a Microsoft 365. So this one is the essential foundation for the modern workplace, actually. So Microsoft 365 brings together in the single solutions the fundamentals of capabilities required, including identity, applications, management, and as well as security. So plus your enterprise data, so you can be AI ready, right? So with Microsoft 365, you can get ready for a new era of work through a three simple stage. First, okay, zero trust foundation. How you can set up a zero trust foundations with a verify of explicities, use least privilege access, and also assume breach, right? And then second one, streamline endpoint management. How you protect, manage, support all endpoints and application. And then the third stage, while we can drive productivity and collaborations on improve productivity and foster a culture collaboration with connected experience, right? So how we can elevate the productivity with Microsoft 365 Copilot. All right. So during this three-step, right, how to achieve a foundation productivity with Microsoft 365 and Copilot. So how we can cut through a complexity and get a new era of work, right? So underneath of each of these stage that we have stack of the product design to work together. So these capabilities help you to cut through the complexities and also to get the new era of work. So one is where you will able to elevate the productivity with Microsoft Copilot, actually, right? So this is how the journey to a new way of working, right? So how can you have a strong, okay? How you can have a ready to AI if you don't have the strong fundamental of security or strong fundamental of Microsoft 365, right? So before we jumping into the details, right? So I need to meet you, where are you right now? Either you already have a strong zero trust foundation, you have already have a streamlined endpoint management before we go straight to the productivity and collaborations. And the last stage, how we can elaborate with Copilot. Okay. So from this side, right, which one of the pillars is most interesting to you? Okay. You can drop your comment in the chat below. Okay. So at least we can know which that you are strong at. Either is zero trust foundation, endpoint management, or productivity and collaboration. All right. So with this, right, how we can touch on the some of the capabilities of Microsoft 365. Okay. even though we have Microsoft 365 E3, we have a lot of features, but let's touch some of it during these sessions. Okay, so let's start with the zero trust is a foundation of the great security, right? So another questions that I would like to pop up on your mind. So do you have a zero trust foundation strategy in place? Okay, yes or no? Please let me know in the chat below, right? So how you manage it, right? So in this, right, we can have um a question that you can always consider from your organizations, how you can have these zero trust strategies in place during the organizations. So I will go through one by one on this as well. So how we can have a secure and managed identities that we can see that more than 1,287 password attacks every second. That is more than 111 million a day, right? So and then how we can defend against threats on a multiple platform. Okay, either from clouds, network, PC itself, mobile, so multiple platform. So we can elaborate on this as well. And then how to protect a sensitive information across a data state, regardless where is your data, either from cloud, Microsoft Azure, AWS, or is it in local drive itself? So how you can protect your sensitive information, right? So let's go to the first subtopics here. Okay, how you can secure and manage your identities, right? So firstly, by enabling the strong authentication to your cloud environment. So from this, right, with a Microsoft Intra ID, okay, formerly it's Azure Active Directory, okay, so you can secure and manage your identities, right? So how you can secure your environment. Okay, first thing is by enabling the strong authentication to the cloud environment, right? How to have the strong authentication? Of course, by the multi-factor authentications. All right. So this will protect from the phishing protections. So for example, we can see the diagram here. We can have the identities from a Microsoft Entra ID and also the endpoints from the Intune and also Microsoft Entra ID, right? So this layer of protections can help you to from the phishing as well. All right. And then for the multi-factor authentication, so you need to enable, right? And the third one, Microsoft Entra ID. So from here, okay, so this will give a user prompts to block themselves, okay, to unblock themselves and then get back to it with password change and reset. So no admin or help desk needed with a Microsoft Entra ID, right? So this will connect you to your on-premise applications to the cloud and unify a single identity, right? And then lastly, how Microsoft Entra ID is also perform a continuous access evaluations. So from this, right, so this will remediate a potential compromise in real time, right? So you can see from this diagram here, right? So from the identities and endpoints, so we'll give a signals to the policies engines where we already set up with policies, right? From a user's location, devices, application, real-time risk, right? But from this, how can you configure to get a signal? Okay, using a conditional access and also continuous access evaluations. All right. So from these signals, how the identities will verify access attempt is from allow access, require MFA, limit access, password reset, and also monitor access, right? So allow access is for the certain users, organizations, users, or a group of users, right? So for sure that all of the users might need required MFAs as well. Okay, how you can have a limit access for each of the users, how to password, and also users can have its own password recess. And last but not least, each of the admin must have a monitored access, right? You can go in, you can do everything, but with everything is monitored. Okay, so let's go for the second subtopic, which are defend against threats on a multiple platform, right? So basically on this, right, from firstly how we can help your organization manage your devices and so keep them protected. Okay, so firstly, how we can help reduce risk with the threat detection and remediation, right? This is how we can implement an either defender for endpoint or Intune, right? In this as well. So the endpoints will remain one of the most target attack surface. So this is a new and sophisticated malware and ransomware to continues to prevalent the threats, right? We know that all the ransomware is continuous and persist and evolve, right? So this is how we need to protect the endpoint as well, right? So the second stage, we can have the access a security posture, isolate the threat, and also proactively block malware, right? So from here, using a defender for endpoint and also Intunes, right? You can have this security posture to be in place. You can isolate the threats and also proactively block the malware as well. All right. So with all the policies and everything, we need to keep updating, right? And then the third one, how we can help to keep a software current with automated updates and also ensure the patches, right? So in here, from a Microsoft Intune, it's have Windows Auto Patch where you can straight away push from Intune to have the auto patch to have um, the latest updates of each of the softwares as well. And then the third one, how we can enable the device-based conditional access with Microsoft Intune. And this one is for either the data protection and breach prevention, right? So from here, right, how we can have these from a device-based conditional access. Okay, that offers an additional layer of data protections and a breach preventions and enables a zero trust approach, right? So from all of the steps that I provide just now, right? So Microsoft Defender for Endpoint Plan 1 will delivers on our endpoint security promise to help organizations rapidly stop attacks, scale their security resources, and also evolve their defenses. So it is a part of Microsoft 365 Defender. So for the ability to extend your security to a complete SDR solution across all of your assets, right? Okay, so now let's talk about how we can protecting the sensitive informations. So when you use the Microsoft 365 services, you must know that we have built information encryption into the services, right? So how we can encrypt data at the rest, in transit, and use, right? So to protect the sensitive information across data, regardless how is your environment, either the hybrid environment, cloud environment, on-prem environment, depends on you. So we go to the second stage where we can discover and classify the sensitive content, right? So how we can have the reside across your hybrid environments. So once you know that your data, you can benefit from using our in a labeling protection experience in your corporative solutions like a Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So you can have a level for each of the applications as well. And also across Exchange Online, Power BI, that a core workload that you are built in and it also plug in the experience as well. And then for the third stage, you can have address threats of data thief or exposure. So from a lost, stolen, or inappropriate decommissioned computers actually. So either you would like to have this kind of solutions where you can straight away head off all the data that might need goes to the stolen devices. Okay, and then you can just cut off. You can just wipe all the data inside the stolen devices or lost devices, right? And then last but not least, how you can preserve a content by a custodian and also send whole notification and track end users acknowledgement. All right. So throughout these solutions, what you can always deploy using a BitLocker, Microsoft BitLocker, and also Microsoft Purview information protections. Right. So if let's say I'm talking about Purview, you have a lot of Purview insights, right? So information protection is one inside of the Purview as well. Right. So from a zero trust foundation, this is how the total economic impact that you might consider as well, right? So according to the recent Forrester report, right, so Microsoft 365 E3 customers highlighted reduce the risk of a data breach. So how we can stemming from the ability of identity, investigate, remediate threats as well. So for the composite of organizations, right, this reduction in risk is valued at more than $40 per users over of the 3 years. Right. So how you can see that 35% of reduction in the likelihood of the data breach, and also 1.2 million in value of reduced risk over 3 years. So this is how Microsoft also have several features that enhance organization security and improve the composite organization's ability to identify, investigate, and also remediate threat as well. Okay, so this is how Microsoft Entra looks like in the Gartner report. So we are in the leaders quadrant, right? So we from here, right, know that Microsoft shows a strong vision, obtaining the highest scores among the all vendors in the market, understanding the sales strategies, business model, and also geographic strategies as well. So from this, right, I will show further is like say you want to know more about the quadrant reports for Microsoft Entra ID, right? So this is from some of our customers. So customers like you are benefiting from their security capabilities today. So from the Standard Bank or South Africa that enables secure access data from any devices. So the zero trust model pivot to achieve the desired configuration for all users, especially on conditional access, right? From Fujifilms, where we can have by introducing the Microsoft 365 that handle both these contradictory elements and also introduce the policies and also the Siemens. Uh, from here, right? Because this is Siemens is one of the complex environments. So from here, they can leverage all of the security environment inside Microsoft 365 to deploy inside the organizations. Right. So now let's switch to the endpoint and management, how you can manage the company own and also BYO devices, bring your own devices. So in the past few years, an endpoint was a desktop computer at work, but today it is a laptop, a phone, a tablet. Is it a device in your meeting rooms? So companies have already evolved, if already challenged by the task of managing all of this, plus the applications that run on them, right? Hmm. Whether the device in company owned or a personal devices. So in fact that 50% of people use a personal device for work actually. Okay, so with a Microsoft 365, you can simply solve the challenges through a single solutions, which will provide a visibility, recommendations, and data that allow you to add. So we have developed simplified adoption framework that allow IT admins, right, to deliver the best experience with the Windows 11's manage and protect any of endpoint from the cloud, simplify and optimize endpoint and state to improve IT efficiencies. So let's go to the next slide straight away, right? So how we can keep people, data, and devices protected. So throughout the private through hardware and software security design to work together. Okay, how we can have in Windows 11. So hardware and software security work together, right? So security controls is actually by default to protect out of the box, right? So with Windows 11, you can protect against a threat with hardware root of trust. So with the powerful security from the start, so how you can deliver a robust applications, um, and also how you can protect identities and passwordless security. So I believe that when you already have a Windows 11 installed to your devices, you already have the Defender for Business as well, right? So what about the applications compatibilities that you asked? So how it works on the Windows 10, it works on Windows 11. So we are already testing the applications that is developed on Windows 11. So we are seeing that 99% application compatibility to Windows 11 as well. So this will reduce disruptions with untrusted IT features and experience to help employees to stay focused. So this will help you to upgrade to Windows 11 with confidence, right? How we can have this kind of compatibility and also app assures, right? And also we can have the users better experience, right? With the embrace the inclusivity with the enhanced accessibility, system-wide live caption, natural voices. So I will elaborate more and the next topics, which is for the collaboration and productivities, right? So how can deliver the past experience in here with the Windows 11 Enterprise to have and also App Assure and Task Base and also Microsoft Intune as well, right? So how we can manage and protect any of endpoint from the clouds. So now that you are ready with Windows 11, so you can ship new devices directly to the endpoints with a zero touch IT endpoint provision with Windows Autopilot and Intune, right? So this is only for sure applied to the managed company owned devices, right? So with a single solution provided visibilities, recommendation, and data. So we can get on by default security that complies with the zero trust requirements and automatic update with um, Windows and also Microsoft 365. So here's how it works, right? When the employees receive a Windows Pro PCs from the OEM and authenticates, right? So Windows Autopilot automatically provision all the settings and apps to the devices. So including the enrolling the device and Microsoft Entra ID and Intune. So upon cloud activations, the Pro editions on devices will be transformed into Windows Enterprise editions. So if the new devices is replacing an old devices, the enrollment of process will reestablish a connection with a document, desktop, and pictures, folders, and everything. So not stored in SharePoint actually, right? So with this auto patch, right? Once you have running Windows 11, so Windows auto patch can automate the quality of features updates Windows, Microsoft 365, and also Edge. So you can actually you can configure straight away auto patch to targeted rollouts, install updates. Then the devices is not used, and also limit the numbers of machine updated in any given time to preserve bandwidth, right? So from here, right, we can have built endpoint compliance with a modern servicing of Windows devices. So with a Microsoft Intune will keep you informed of the compliance status for your Android endpoints. So it will impact the Windows devices and the applications installed on their to determine whether updates are necessary, right? So other hands, you can also configure Intune policies to automatically install updates and also to streamline deployment requirement-based application to maintain the compliance. Because when you open your Microsoft Intune, so everything will be there. Either the devices is compliance or not compliance, either the auto patch is there or not, and everything is within the visibility of Microsoft Intune. So lastly, set the conditional access and app-based condition policies. How you can tailor the compliance policies and also add on non-compliant endpoints. So this set of conditional access and also app-based condition policies, you can always configure to make sure that each of the devices, each of the endpoints is compliant to the devices, right? So how we can streamline the endpoint management again with a simplify and optimize your endpoint estate to improve the IT efficiency, right? So additional endpoint management capabilities will allow you to improve and support the experience to reduce the endpoint incidents actually. So how you can detect and proactively remediate the issues before they impact employees' experience, right? You can communicate with employees natively on their Windows 11 devices. How you can deliver in-product organization message natively, right, on their Windows 11 devices. So in here, right, you can straight away deliver a company branded message to users on a various surface across a Windows to share a targeted information as well, right? So this is from Universal Print, where you can move a print infrastructure to cloud and retire the print service, right? So let's say you already have the printers, everything, right? So you can move all the print infrastructures. Okay, nevertheless, right? So you can also onboard a contractors and also contemporary workers using a Windows 365, which is a cloud PCs within Microsoft 365 environments. Okay, Windows 365 cloud PCs is one of the way that you don't have to give a contingent staff a devices. You just can give the access to that users, so they can straight away use a Windows PCs, cloud PCs to their tablet, to their laptop, to their service. So all of this you can also deploy everything in the cloud PCs. So if let's say you would like to know more about Windows 365 cloud PC, do let us know. Just from your chat in the chat box and also contact your account manager as well, right? So how these endpoint management total economic impacts, right? So according to the Forrester, Microsoft 365 E3 customer reports that they already reduced spending on employee devices by 23% in employee device spending through BYOD models, right? And then 50% of it also decrease in average resolution times and um, elimination of help desk tickets of the self-service options and automated fix using the Entra ID as well. right? So you can see that 25% reduction in the time spent uh, deploying and managing a new software through Microsoft Intune. And also you can see that 75% decrease in endpoint configuration time through Windows Autopilot, right? So with this, right, we can see that all of these have been managed straight away, even from the Entra, either from Entra ID or Microsoft Intune, right? So this is some of the customers that may be benefiting from the management capabilities now from a group of Bancolombia. So they use Windows Autopilot. So this will reduce device deployment time by 80% from 500 minutes to 100 minutes. So from ITC Secure as well, right? So Windows 11 Enterprise enabled the company's expand its way to enforce a high level of security as well. So from NAB, National Australia Bank as well. So the employees can use applications with the same degree of data from the BYOD scenarios as well without go through a mobile devices management enrollment. All right. So the next one is how you can drive the productivity and collaborations with all of this, right? So Microsoft 365 enable all the ways people work today from getting people connected and working together through Microsoft Teams. So how we can enabling a new patterns of work, empower employees with the best in class productivity applications with co-authoring and co-editing as well, and how we can bring your data to life with semantic index. So you can creating a new ways to connect and learn as well. Okay, so how we can have the power of empower employees with the best in class productivities, right? How you can attend the viewers meeting with automatic meeting summaries, transcript video, how you can rewire the creative workflows with always up-to-date loop components, how you can have a real-time translations of meeting into a 40 language in the live captions, and also streamline a business flow and a flow of work with a collab apps. So all of this can be done through Microsoft 365, Microsoft Teams that already integrated with Microsoft 365 Loop, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and also Outlook as well. Okay. And also how we can get everyone connected and working together, right? So with a Microsoft 365, you can have all of your workers connected and also empower everyone wherever you are, right? So with this, right, if you can see in here, you can see all the notes, the tasks that is automatically, and also you can input your own notes, your own tasks as well from here during the meeting itself. So this has been designed for all type of workers, from the information workers to the frontline workers as well. So you can have chat, meet, collaborate, brainstorm in one place without content, without contact switching, and also how we can help to ensure the participants can be seen, heard, and also participate from everywhere with all the task notes and have been given as well. So let's see one of the videos that I already prepared on the Microsoft Teams journey. So how we can grow together as well. All right. So that is one of the journey of Microsoft Teams journey that we can always grow together, right? So let's go to the next. So how we can bring your data to life with semantic index, right? So how you can create so you can create a sophisticated map of your and your company's data, identifying the relationship that make more important connections that we can have the semantics index for co-pilots that create sophisticated maps, right? As well. So it use the conceptual of understanding to determine your intent and help you find what you need as well. So this is will understand more about the determination and intent as well. So from the semantic index for the co-pilots that enable Microsoft 365 Copilot. So it will deliver a relevant, actionable response to prompts and to do so in a secure, compliant, and privacy preserving ways as well through a semantic index. All right. So yeah, everyone is talking about the AI already. So another elements of foundations productivity in semantic index of for Copilot is a critical part of our Copilot system, which we will be rolling to our M365, E3, and E5 customers worldwide, right? So it's already will be coming up very soon in November 2023, right? So with the semantic index for Copilot, we use a set of AI tools to understand the relationship between different words and phrases, how we can have a specific to your organization. So resulting of index on top of your Microsoft Graph that allow Copilot to search through billions of factors and tens the most rated result in the tens of milliseconds, right? So how we can see that keywords match result into suggestions from here, right? When you search for the project Melbourne, yeah, so it will just show you all of this. Any keywords that have a project Melbourne's. Melbourne's, project Melbourne's, right? But with the semantic index of co-pilots, right? It will search any of the related to project Melbourne's, right? So it's even will share with you all the summarize of that project specifically with the auto-corrected spellings, information to answer that for the documents, more relevant result based on search intent, enhanced content sharing insights, and also AI generated questions and answers on the topics. Right. So from this, right, from the Copilot and everything, so we need to have one of the foundation of it. So we can see that Microsoft Graph is a foundation of semantic index for Copilots. And this Microsoft Graph needs to be enabled for semantic index for Copilot to provide the relevant responses. All right, with these Microsoft Graph connectors, you can connect disparate system, whether on premise or in cloud, so you can find the information in context where you're working. Right, Microsoft Search index all of your Microsoft 365 data to make it searchable for all of the users. Right, throughout these Microsoft Graph connectors as well, so you can have a ground copilot in your data. You can enforce the security and permission at a runtime. So the customer's data is not used for training. We highlight on that, right? So if let's say your data is for your organizations, it's not it's not used for others organization training. So Power Semantic Index is Copilot itself. Right. But before we go to, so what is Microsoft Graph actually? So Microsoft Graph, we already exposed the REST API and also the client's libraries to access all the data on the following Microsoft Cloud services. So Microsoft 365 core services like Bookings, Calendar, Delve, Excel, Microsoft 365 Compliance, e-discovery, Microsoft Search, OneDrive, OneNote, and etc. Right? And then Microsoft enterprise mobility and security services, right? From the advanced threat analytics, advanced threat protections, Microsoft Entra ID, identity managers, and Intune, and etc. as well. So from the Windows services, activities, devices, authentication, universal printers, Dynamics Business Central services. So everything will be conclude inside Microsoft Graph. Right. So this is how we can unleash the creativity, unlock the productivities, upskill the skills, as well as so how you can have the integrated of Copilot in your Microsoft 365 in 2 weeks. Right. First, it's work alongside, so you can embed it in applications. Right, people use this, and Microsoft Copilot is built on a Microsoft comprehensive approach to security, compliance, privacy, and also responsible AI as well. So now you can have a more creative in words, more analytics in Excel, more expensive in PowerPoint, more productive in Outlook, and also more collaboration in Microsoft Teams. So how you can unleash the creativity in Microsoft Words, PowerPoint, and Excel. So you can see here, Copilot can straightway create a content with Copilot, even from words. You can search from each of the documents that you would like to have the summarize of it, right? So this one from the Copilots, you can bring the ideas to life straight away from the speaker notes and resources. You can analyze a trend, what kind of trends, and also looking data visualization in second, and also getting help exploring your data as well based on your questions as well. And how we can unlock the productivity with a summarized email threads, right? So by helping to summarize the actions and conversation of you, right? So Microsoft 365 Copilot can help you to optimize your time and also act as a productivity booster. Even you stare at a blank page, wondering how to begin a document, that the experience is over. So from the co-pilots, so it's jump start and creative process. So you can never start with a blank slate again, and this will help you to create a professional looking document with ease, actually. So with the co-pilot in Outlooks that help you to have your inbox in minutes, not in hours, right? Co-pilot in Teams that can summarize all the key discussions points, including who say what, where people are aligned, where they disagree, suggested items in real time during the meeting, and also Copilot in Microsoft Teams loop, where you can build on each other's ideas collaborative, right? Key. And then how we can upskill the skills from the co-pilots, how we can turn your data into the knowledge when you search in the co-pilot. So we know that the co-pilot is AI thingy where it will share with you anything that you ask regarding the companies actually, because this is within the organization. So you can turn your data into knowledge with the inputs of across your documents, presentations, emails, calendars, notes, and contacts. How you can spend a less time focus on the tools or searching on every each of the documents, search for the correct input to put inside and everything. And this cross app experience also use a natural language. So when we use a natural language, everyone can understand what kind of thing you search. You don't need to input the codes or everything. So this is waste of the points, right? So this is how we can up level the skills using this cross apps experience. All right. While we think Microsoft Copilot is available for you guys to test it out. So Microsoft already brings a Bing Chat enterprise experience already through the organizations, right? You can use your Microsoft Edge to have this experience actually. So how you can search anything throughout Microsoft Bing Chat. Okay, so this is how the frequently asked questions. Okay, which Microsoft 365 customers are eligible to start use a Bing Chat Enterprise now? M365 E3, E5, Business Standard, Business Premium are eligible to Bing Chat with no additional cost, right? So the most I would like to highlight is the difference between a Bing Chat and also Copilots. Okay, Bing Chat is generated AI work from the commercial data protections, right? Meanwhile, from the Copilot text is from a document, emails, calendar chats, meetings, as within the organizations. So this is how difference between a Bing Chat Enterprise and also M365 Copilots as well. Right? So how you can boost your productivities, right? From AI, we know that we can search anything from AI, so we can be a more productive. We can focus more on the satisfying work, and also we can spend less on searching the information or examples to the data. All right, so from our customers that were tested from Microsoft Copilot is from Chevron, Goodyear, and also US Bank that they always have utilizing the productivity capabilities today with Microsoft Copilots, regardless on applications, Teams Copilots, and everything, right? They will increase their productivities as well. So let me conclude with this, right? How we can have redundant solutions with Microsoft 365 E3, right? So how we can cut licensing costs, right? So from here you can have redundancy on the likelihood of data breach, like a security logs MFA for 35%, BYOD models, and also Entra ID for Microsoft Intune. So for of these, it will save from $18 per user per month, where when you subscribe for Microsoft 365 E5, E3 that have the same capabilities of it, right? With a $36 per user per month. All right. So from here, we know that when you try it for this kind of solutions, right? So if let's say you would like to have the calculation within your organization, please reach to your account manager. Then we can help you to have this kind of calculation throughout your environment. All right. So what is the next step of it, right? So please share with us your overall thoughts, your experience, or learning or comments for the today experience in the chat later on, and also in the feedback forms that we will share with you later. So how might your apply Microsoft 365 solutions for your business, specific solutions for these past hours that help you, and also have you considered AI to elevate your productivity and collaborations. All right, I think let me conclude from here, right? So from our topics that how we can get your business AI ready with Microsoft 365. Of course, need things that you need to please consider is your own data security, how was it, and then after that we can go next step by step to make sure that your business is already ready for AI deployment. So I think with that, I give back the floor to Rachel.
Thank you, Ayuni. Thanks for a detailed explanation of how, including calculator portion. So thanks again for staying with us and understand that we are slightly overrun. So sorry about it. And right, as promised, I'm going to share the offerings that we have for you. So basically, give me a second. I'm going to share my screen. Sorry. Ah, right. So basically, we are having this 15% discounts off for any Microsoft 365 E3 annual commitment subscription. However, the billing, you can set it either monthly or annual. So this promotion is valid until February 1st and is valid for the new customers to Microsoft 365 E3. So how can you subscribe? Basically, we have this portal, Novantic subscription service portal, where you can actually access to open an account with us. It's a 24/7 portal where you can have your access, enjoy all these features as well. This video is a very brief video and to explains what is our product is. So there are free trial licenses available as well, not just on Microsoft 365. It covers like Windows servers and etc. etc. So like mentioned, you can have your pricing or consumption based service. You can extract your expense reports, so you have a very full view of what you have spent for your organization, and we will send automatic reminders on the notification through emails about your subscription status. So this is the website. I will not go into details. I will share the slide later so you can review it later. So on the other hand, yeah, if you want to find out more about Novantic, follow us. We are available on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So follow us, get the TikTok news from us, the events and event registration and etc. So yeah, let's move to a Q&A session. So, but before that, there was a request, Ayuni, that you might need to repeat the slides that is about the Copilot. So I think let me to go back to that slide so you can actually uh, explain it one more time. I think it's much earlier where there's a video together with your
Yeah,
voiceover.
it's very, it's very, yeah, 19 slides.
Sorry, give me a second. I think it's this, right? So I will
Yeah,
not play the video. Probably you just pause over, you just explain it once again.
yep, sure, sure, can. So for this, right, how we can see that the Copilot itself, right? So from this, how Copilot is already integrated. I think this video is already explained for long of the way from my latest slide, I think. So this already integrated into the all of the applications that you use every day, that you have freeing you to focus on the most important work and also less on the busy work, right? This will working alongside you with a Microsoft 365 Copilot that help you to unleash your creativity, your productivity, and also apply the level of skills as well. So from this, right, Copilots that combines the power of LLMs, large language models, with your data in your Microsoft Graph, right? So because I already shared about the Microsoft Graph previously as well. So this will help you to turn your words into the most powerful productivity tools on the planets, right? So, but as I really strengthen here, as I really mentioned here, so it does so within our existing commitments to data security, and privacy and enterprise, in order to deploy the Copilot or AI or anything, right? We need to make sure our data security and privacy is secured in the first place. Okay, Rachel, I think
Yes,
that will
thanks.
conclude that. Yeah.
Right. So, any more questions from the floor? If not, you can unmute yourself to raise your question, or else you can actually scan this QR code as appear on your screen to reach out to us. So either you want to find out more about the 15% off, or having maybe a consultation separately on Microsoft 365 Copilot, for example. So always reach out to us by scanning this QR code. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for your time. And sorry again one more time for overrunning this session, but appreciate your attendance and your participations. Thank you. And hope to see you again in our next session of Novatics event. Thank you and have a nice day. Thanks,
Thank you.
Ayuni.
Thanks everyone for joining. Have a
Thank you.
great day ahead.
Cepatnya mereka go.